it's Brittany with Find Your Fierce Coaching, and we are going to dive into episode 2 of the Move Your Mindset series. And tonight we're going to talk about making a list of your real wants, and I'm going to give you some tips. I think a lot of times we have a list of wants or dreams or a dream board, and if that's you, like, you're in good company. A lot of people have a dream board or have a tally of wants and desires and things like that. But if you're somebody who doesn't have that, you've never really written down the things that you want out of life and done anything with it, then this video will hopefully really speak to you. Even if you do have some wants and dreams, that are in your mind, a bucket list of things, I think that this video is going to provide you with a lot of help on making those things more real. So, initially when you're making out a want list or a bucket list or a dream board, whatever you want to call it, it seems easy. Think of all the things that people want, freedom with your family, not having to worry about bills, a nice house, a nice car, a healthy, happy relationship, a family, things like that, right? It seems easy, but you can't just start and end with these generic wants, like I want a nicer car, or I want a nicer house, or, I want a healthy relationship, because number one, you can put out all these good vibes into the universe, but I want to remind you that a lot of these things come attached to hard work, okay? No one's just going to call you one day and say, here's your dream house. It may appear, it may become available, it may be something that, was never on the market, but now it is. But if you aren't setting yourself up for success to be able to get that dream house, it doesn't matter if it's available, okay? No one's going to just give you $100 or $200 or $300,000 to buy this dream house. So don't just think it all starts and ends with a generic list of things that you want, okay? But also don't be limited. Don't feel limited. Like some people I talk to, feel like they're too scared to make a list of real wants. Okay, so stretching your wants to something that is maybe a little bit outside of your reach is great. It is wonderful to have huge wants and desires, but it also, I understand the want to be realistic with those, okay? So don't limit yourself, but if you're somebody who does work a little bit better with a list that's a little more attainable for you, and that keeps you going, then start there, okay? But here's the situation. So an example, if anybody is on watching this, you can always use the comment section and talk a little bit about maybe one of your big dreams or big bucket list items or whatever, and we can maybe talk through it. But I'm going to give you an example. So you want to have a nice healthy relationship with your partner. You want to find that person you're meant to be with forever, start a family, all that kind of stuff, right? But then every time you scroll through Facebook, you get these negative feelings about people posting about their engagements or posting about their pregnancy announcements, and you start to have these negative feelings bubbling up, okay? It's totally normal. Most of us do get a little bit bitter when we have wants and dreams and we see other people kind of latching onto those. For me, for a long time, I really struggled with Facebook announcements about engagements. I would look at my now fiance and say things like, I cannot believe so-and-so got engaged and they've been together for 6 months or a year. And I would get so bitter, well, I'll give them about 5 years and then I'm sure they'll be divorced. Or, I can't believe that these people are having kids. They can't even afford their own lives. Why are they, why were they blessed with a baby? But it became a struggle for me when I started becoming a lot more aware of my thoughts, especially with my business. Seeing people who started the same business at the same time and had the same tools as I did, succeeding, and I got so bitter that I completely backed away from my business because I was not in a good mental place, and I realized how horrible of a person I sounded like when I could not genuinely be happy for these people that were my friends, okay? And it happens. It just happens. But why are you not getting those same things, right? Why are you not finding the man of your dreams, or, getting pregnant, or having success in a business or something like that? Why aren't you doing that? Why wasn't I doing that? The fact is, no matter how much I wanted those things, no matter how much you want whatever's on your bucket list, if you have negative feelings attached to your bucket list, like your dream car, when someone drives by you on the highway and they're in your dream car and you get like irritated, like, why do they have that? You are sending out negative vibes about that idea, okay? The universe is much more accepting of negative than positive. I think it takes a lot more work to get going on the positive train, and remind ourselves. It's a rewiring of your brain to think positive, because we've been ingrained since small children, whether it was intentional or not intentional, where we've had moments of not really understanding how to be positive, how to love ourselves, how to love others. And so it's hard to make that switch over to positive. And I get it. But here's the thing. When I see a pregnancy announcement now, I literally will pray over that couple and be excited for their journey. When I see two people getting engaged, I think that that's amazing. Like, how great is that these two people who God meant to be together were able to find each other, either so early in life, or they knew right away, in just a short time. Like, that's amazing that God blessed them. And I literally sit there and I will soak in the good thoughts when I see my friends being happy over these things, okay? Because it is crucial to my continued positivity into attracting the wants in my life. Now, here's the tip, here's the trick on how to get this done. When you sit down to write down your list, so if you don't have a want list, goal number 1 is to make a list of wants. If you have a list of wants or a bucket list, like I said, you want to revamp it, okay? And the reason I'm saying that is because you want to really take a look at the things that you really want out of life. If you're like, oh, I never want to work another day in my life, okay, but what's the real want behind that? Is that you want to work your dream job, or you want to open your own business, or you want to be in a different field? Like, are you just burnt out from your job? Are you looking for something else? So I encourage you to get specific. When you do that, when you are recreating or creating for the first time your list, I encourage you to really sit in each want and soak it up. I encourage you to soak in those feelings of excitement and joy and relief, because I'll be honest with you, I fully believe this. God does not give you the things when you want them. He gives them when you need them. So even though right now, like for example, a big want in my life is to move to Kalamazoo, so that I can spend every single night with my amazing life partner. I know that it's going to happen. The right house will be on the market at the right time, and it'll be for the right reason. So patience is a virtue, but you want to know those feelings, because there's going to be days it's going to be rough because you want it, right? And you're really focusing on the positive, but it's maybe not happening as soon as you want. So soaking in that pure joy and that relief of the amazing emotion that's going to overcome you when you actually get what you've been wanting, it's amazing. So soak in those feelings and really feel that with every want that you put down on your list. Just soak that up, because that's going to be crucial to actually getting what you want, okay? And then my next challenge to you is to assemble these in some sort of visual board, whether it's electronically. Right now I currently have a background on my computer of some wants and desires and affirmations. I have this in something similar on my phone, but if you're somebody who needs something in, to physically view, then make a dream board, and you can do cutouts from magazines or online images, whatever works for you to be able to really put those wants into a visual representation that you can look at every day. And when you look at those every day, remind yourself of the joy and the excitement of actually achieving those things when you look at that. So if you're having a bad day, I absolutely love having it on my phone. It helps remind me of my goals and my wants and my needs. And currently my phone is some pictures of myself from a time when I had hit some really amazing goals in my fitness life. And so when I'm struggling and I'm like, man, I really want that bowl of ice cream, or I really want to skip this workout, it's great to have that want right there. Like, I want to be this fit again. And I get excited when I look at those pictures, and I get amped up and, ready to rock out my workout or make a better food option. So I encourage you to really, make that something that you can see every day. Make it a great reminder in your life, so that when you're feeling down or you're feeling like maybe you're slipping into a more negative mindset, seeing those wants and reliving that emotion is going to be crucial to continuing to attract those things, okay? So I hope this was helpful. Tomorrow we are going to talk about the difference between wants and don't want, because sometimes you have to be really careful about what you want, not confusing it with something you want because you don't want the opposite, okay? So tomorrow we will be discussing that topic. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them below. I would love to chat with you guys and get a better feel for your wants and don't wants, and help you work through those, because I truly believe in setting these intentions and working it into your faith and your lifestyle in order to make some massive changes. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of your guys' love and support.